Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 weekly reset video. My name is Story, and today is July 7th, which means we're running up until the 14th, because that's how things go around here. But anyway, we've got many exciting things to do in Destiny 2 at the moment. A bit of an update, bit of stuff. However, we are going to concentrate on the weekly reset. There will be further videos coming to the channel regarding all of the extra new bits and pieces. So let's get stuck into all of the stuff. Now, the new quests are available from Zavala and over the Prismatic Recaster. Moments of Triumph and the Ruinous Effigy. Trace Rifle quests presumably are all live. I don't know. I haven't checked in, but no spoilers. We're going to have a look at the town map. Now, if you're new to the game, welcome. Come on in and pull up a pew and pour yourselves a brew, because there are vendors to peruse. Vendors all over the place. These little icons here are vendors, and they've got plenty of things, such as bounties, quests, weekly challenges. For example, our gunsmith has a weekly challenge: complete 8 of his bounties for powerful gear at tier 1. So completing these tasks is all rewarded with gear and powerful stuff, I might add. It comes in a variety of different tiers: tier 1, 2, 3, and Pinnacle. Pinnacle being the most juiciest of stuff that you can possibly get at the moment. Currently, stuff that drops into the game will get you roughly up to about 1,000 power, and then anything after 1,000 power up into 1,050 power will be from powerful rewards. So, and then if you want to go from 1,050 to 1,060, which is the current cap, then you will need Pinnacle stuff. That's basically how it goes. Okay? So then, vendors and things will help you along in all of this stuff. Each of them have weekly challenges and bounties for you to complete. If you're a member of a clan, then you can earn XP and get a powerful gear at tier 2 over there. Then there's the Drifter, 8 bounties of. Shax, 8 bounties weekly. And Zavala would say that as well, but now he's got a delicious new Exodus preparation quest that we won't be spoiling. Anyway, what else is there to do? Well, we'll have a look in the destinations. Now, we've got some pyramid ships coming in from the left here in various locations. This is very exciting. It is. There's stuff to do. There's stuff to grind. But anyway, we'll have a first look at the Vanguard playlist here. There's 4 items on the menu. Daily heroic story missions are merely campaign replays. Replay the missions that you loved in the campaign. Then we've got our Vanguard strikes here. 3 of these completed using the same subclass element as the currently active elemental burn will get you some pinnacle loot. What's the elemental burn? Well, you'll have a look down here, look. Void Singes. Equip your Void subclass, right? And then do stuff. That's basically it. 3 strikes with Void stuff on. Done. Pinnacle in your hands. It's probably a quadruplicate, but you know, it's in your hands. Be happy. And we've got Iron and Heavyweight. Those are the modifiers for today, and they will change tomorrow. Void is with us for the week, though. It's like a relative that stays for a week, whether you like it or not. Anyway, moving on. The Nightfall, the Ordeal, the Big Bad Daddy-O. This week it will happen to be the Festering Core, which has no strike-specific loot, I might add, but there are the 2 challenges to do. Complete the Ordeal a bunch of times, and that will get you powerful gear at tier 1. And then there is Complete the Ordeal with a team score above 100,000 points. That will get you your Pinnacle gear. Okay? That's fantastic. And then we've got the Nightfall, the standard Nightfall playlist, the vanilla playlist here. We've got 3 Nightfalls: Tree of Probabilities, Savathun Song, and Warden of Nothing. Each of these Nightfalls do actually have some strike-specific loot. If you happen to want to grind the strike over and over again, the more you do it, the more your odds are increased that you'll actually get said item to drop. Tree of Probabilities has the DFA Legendary Hand Cannon. That's the Dedicated Farming Award. There you go. So that is for the Tree of Probabilities. Savathun Song has a pretty tasty auto rifle with after all the buffs, duty bound, and Warden of Nothing has a very bizarre 110 double bang hand cannon. There you go. That is the stuff from the Vanguard playlist this week. I hope you have fun with that. Moving on. Green Gambit Love. We've got the Reckoning here. It is a PvE activity, a cooperative arena to be precise. Get in there with your fire team of 1 to 4 players, although I don't really recommend it at 1 player, in all honesty. And it's got a couple of different flavors, tier 1, 2, and 3. And this is mainly if you are pursuing weapons and stuff from the Season of the Drifter. The modifiers are Solar Singe for the week and Grenadier for the day, I believe. Anyway, then there's Gambit. Gambit Vanilla and Gambit Deluxe. Complete 3 of these games in either or of these variations, and you will get some pinnacle loot. It's also double infamy this week, so you learn more towards your infamy rank. And there is private match option if you want to slay a primeval against Yunnan, for example. So I can just hear the excitement now. You're practically screaming and saturating your underwear. Anyway, Crucible. What is in Crucible? Well, we've got 2 types of playlists. Iron Banner has gone. Everyone's very sad. I hope you got all the things that you're grinding for. Now we've got rotary playlists here and core. We'll start with the rotary. This week, it's momentum control. One bang everything with nothing much in particular. And then there is Showdown, a 4v4 playlist that doesn't involve too many one bangs unless the enemies that you're playing against all use mountaintops, which is a lot of fun. Anyway, powerful gear at tier 1 can be earned by completing 4 of the rotator matches. Then moving on, we've got core playlist, which is consisting of Rumble, Control, Elimination, Survival, Freelance Survival, and Classic 6-stack. That will get you some pinnacle loot 4 games of. There we go. And of course, if your nan didn't like Gambit, she will love a one-on-one with a mountaintop and a gnawing hunger. So there you go. There's the PvP playlist this week. Flashpoint is on Titan, which has got a new Dorito hanging all over it, and the new contact event if you're completing the triumphs and whatnot. What is a Flashpoint? Well, public events will appear. The more public events you do, the more lost sectors that you loot, the more methane that you flush will get you progress. And you can check your progress by hovering over Sloan here. And once that bar is filled up with love, then you'll get powerful gear at tier 1. So the Flashpoint is on Titan this week. What else is there? Well, if you're still interested in the Dreaming City, the Ascended Challenge is in Aphelions Rest. That's all the way over here in the Strand at the bottom of. There it is, the Strand. I always get confused because that's the Blind Well. The Strand is there, then Aphelions Rest is right there. So that's where your Ascended Challenge is. If you're interested in the Escalation Protocol over on Mars, it is dropping the shotgun, the SMG, and the sniper this week. Bear in mind, those aren't the versions, the new versions. It's very confusing, isn't it? They aren't the new versions, they're the old versions. If you want the new versions, you're going to have to get into the new dungeon. So speaking of other activities, over on the moon, there is the Pit of Heresy dungeon for pinnacle loot. We've got Sora's Harbor here with another Horde mode style event to get your teeth stuck into. That's very good because after 7 waves or killing all the baddies, basically kill all the baddies, kill the big baddie at the end, and you'll get some loot. There are 3 different big baddies at the end. One of them will drop a shotgun, one of them will drop a sniper, and the other will drop a rocket launcher, and they alternate each day. So if you keep going back each day, you'll eventually get them all. Then we've got Nightmare Hunts. The weekly is complete them 3 times for powerful gear at tier 1, and then complete one on master difficulty for pinnacle loot. Master difficulty is a 1080 power, so it's a little bit more on the tough side. There you go. And then, of course, there's Garden of Salvation as well for your pinnacle loot. There's also some vendors here that will check out challenges. For example, we were just talking about Sora's Harbor. Defeat 30 of the nightmares, and that will get you powerful gear at tier 1. Then there's Eris Morn's powerful gear memory quest right there. So there's stuff to do. There is plenty of things to grind in the universe, which I know that makes you happy. You love grinding, don't you? What else is there? Well, we have a little look. We like to have a little look at some of the bounty systems, especially for the newcomers to the game at the moment. The game's free. We have newcomers all the time. So regard the bounty system. Look at this. Most vendors will have 2 weekly bounties, some daily bounties, and then additional bounties. Now, for instance, our Gunsmith's weekly bounties will award XP Glimmer, an upgrade module, which is very handy because that will help upgrade your gear. And then some planetary resources as well. The daily bounties from the Gunsmith will award mod components and enhancement cores. Both of those things that you will need, especially the enhancement cores, because again, that will help you upgrade parts of your gear. Mod components can be traded in down here because look at this. We've got a armor mod, and a weapon mod, and these rotate on a daily basis. So at the moment, we've got cellular suppression. Isn't that fantastic? I don't have it, so I'm going to buy it, look. And then there's backup mag for weapons there, increases your magazine size. That's not magazine as in Woolman's Weekly. That's the amount of bullets in the gun, for those of you that don't shoot them often enough. Anyway, you've got some material exchanges there. For more material exchanges, quite expensive, but a bit pricey. Try and haggle him if you like. Good luck with that. We'll have a little look at the Crucible bounties, because that's a different system altogether, and it will segue into the final part of the video, ladies and gents. We've got the weekly bounties from our lovely shacks, and this is the same as the Drifters bounties over at Gambit, and then the Vanguard at Zvala as well. So we've got weekly bounties, XP Bright Dust, note on that, Glimmer, some Crucible tokens, and some Valor rank as well. Daily bounties award you Crucible tokens, and additional bounties will also award Bright Dust. Why are we interested in Bright Dust? Well, Bright Dust can be spent on cosmetic items in the Eververse store if you'd rather not depart with your hard-earned cash, your peanut, okay? So Bright Dust can be earned in the game by doing these weekly bounties from the Drifter, the Vanguard, and the Crucible shacks here. So make sure you do that. And these additional bounties, you can keep going back and keep doing them and accrue plenty of Bright Dust. So let's have a little look at the store then, shall we? Oh, there is some new stuff. We've got the Bungie Foundation shell. All proceeds will go to the Bungie Foundation, which is a charity supporting organization. Very worth your while there, ladies and gents. So that's 1,000 silver for the guiding light and a speed demon prepped up helium ghost balloon. Then we've got the Equinox. This is an ornament for the new Trace Rifle quest, the Ruinous Effigy. Looks very dark and ominous, doesn't it? And then we've got the Consult the Archives emote there, pumping up for those of us that haven't been going to the gym during the quarantines and lockdowns. We've got a champion entrance, Transmat Effect. I've got those by default. Then we've got cerebral explosions there as well. And then we've got stuff available for Bright Dust. There's a bit of a stuff down here that you can part with your Bright Dust with. We've got Dawn of Invention, an emote there. Then there is Pierce the Sky, Callisto Lancer, exotic ship. And then there is some ghost projections and some shaders. Then we've got the seasonal stuff here. This is a huge collection of ornaments and projections and emotes and stuff. So browse that at your leisure, but just be aware that items may become unavailable for purchase after the season ends. If they are still available, they'll end up here in the archive. So browse at your leisure. Then there is the dedicated Bright Dust section, which has got a little bit more unfolding in it. We've got this week the Lion Garden Shell, the Rim Skipper Sling Exotic Ship, the Commanding Star Shell, the Wacky Inflation, the Intrepid Inquiry Gloves, the Peacebringer Weapon Ornament for the Deathbringer Exotic Rocket Launcher, and an Emperor Callus projection, as well as a whole variety of shaders and transmat effects, and some consumable items as well. Check those at your leisure. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the weekly reset from the 7th of July running up until the 14th of July. Have an absolutely fantastic time in moments of triumph, new quests, the rest of Season of Arrivals. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and remember, smoke us a kipper. We'll be back for breakfast.